It was 10 p.m., I suppose on a Friday night, and my sister was leaving for Dubai. For many of us, it's a simple act. But for me, for a girl who lived in this bubble of happiness, it was finally bursted with sadness, with a strange feeling I didn't like. I remember that I took my pink sparkly diary and my pen with had furs on the other side, and I wrote. I wrote a letter to my sister telling how angry I was that she had left, that I did not like the idea of her being in Dubai. In those very instances, I found a tunnel of expression, writing. Let me on to another story. I had this fight with my mom. It was the fight. The fight where you look in front of your parents and you go like, how can you not understand me? And as a very normal teenager, I went in my room, slammed the drawer, and wrote a story. A story about a mother and a daughter fighting, very similar to mine. After a few days, when I went back to edit it, I reread it. But only this time, I read it from a different perspective. I saw where my mom was coming from. I saw where I was coming from. I gave myself a moral. Writing has helped me see the world in ways I couldn't imagine. It has helped me learn things about myself. It has helped me to keep a track. When I was researching about this topic, expressing, I went on Google and read this amazing article by Shane Bullock. She was a PhD student and she had did an experiment on high schoolers, where she told half of the class to write their fears, their worries regarding the paper 20 minutes prior to it, and the other half not to. Of course, the class who wrote their fears wrote, I'm scared I'm going to fail, I don't think I have enough time. And the other class didn't. Of course, there was a significant difference. The class who had written their worries showed a positive result, from a B minus to a B plus, rather than the kids who didn't. And after that one article, I went on a hurricane where I kept reading and reading. And they all highlighted the same thing. Expressing helps you maintain relationships, build relationship, and is good for your mental health. But you see, that was not the fantasizing bit. What really got me thinking was, if expressing is so good, then why don't we do it? And after a much needed observation, I came up with 3 reasons. Number 1, something we all love to blame, the internet. We sleep with our phones, we eat with our phones, we wake up to our phones. It's something attached to us. We post on Insta, we like on Twitter regarding everything that talks about self-love and how not to get angry and how to forgive. But the moment we try to take those things into our lives, we go on YouTube and watch something lame as Donald Trump singing Senorita. And if you don't believe me, that video had 9.1 million views. That speaks a lot. Now, don't get me wrong here. Yes, internet is the biggest platform anyone can have today. But let me ask you this question. How much time do we spend on the internet being creative than following another trend? Coming to my second point, bad emotions. Anger, agony, depression. We are so scared of it, and the moment we start feeling them, we lock them up, we go, no, go away. And in those very moments, we are so scared to accept them that we forget to express them. I mean, yes, feeling anger is not good, but it doesn't mean it's wrong to have them. And coming to my third and final point, I watched a documentary on Netflix called The Mask That We Live In. To summarize those 92 minutes, it said that we use physical, verbal, emotional, mental, all different kind of ways, especially towards boys, and tell them crime equals weakness. We tell them that don't show that one thing that is going to make you a human. I mean, come on, we haven't heard the phrases, don't be such a mama's boy, why acting like a girl, don't be such a sissy, bro. We have. And that says a lot about our society. But this is where things get interesting. Remember how I said that we store our emotions? For the short term, yes, they go away. But for the long term, they stay within us. Imagine, there's a prisoner living inside a box, and he's taking all of this negative energy in. And then one day, he sees the door open slightly, and he runs through it fast and uncontrollably. And this is what happens when a boy falls in love with a girl. He finally gets that one escape where he can show the good and the bad emotions. And what does he result in? Abuse, broken marriages, confusion. We talk about these things a lot. Every other post is about this, but why don't we go to the roots of it? When I was talking about this topic, many of my family members and friends came to me and were like, Alifia, go on Google, search something spicy, something good that kids will enjoy. And I said that the reason I want to talk about this is because if a kid gets angry, we label him as spoiled. We tell him that he's a bad kid. We tell him that it's wrong to feel anything that shows negativity. But we forget to tell him that, hey, it's okay, you're feeling something natural. Let's transmit it in a healthy and positive way. The best thing about expressing is there's no right or wrong way to express. You can do it in any way. You can cook, you can write, you can sing, you can dance, you can create your own way, and it wouldn't be wrong. So, if expressing is such a beautiful thing, then why don't we opt to do it? But the bigger question is, why aren't we taught how to do it? In the end, I will say a quote that I wrote. Life might not be fair enough to give you people or resources to lead you up. But my friend, life ain't that bad enough to take that one thing from you, which is the power of expressing yourself. You just have to believe in yourself enough to find the light inside you and find different ways for it to shine through you. Thank you.